What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about TAI, TARS AI today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, okay? It is the second day of June, and here we are with about 6 hours, 17 minutes left in the day at 11.6 cents now. We hit a low today of about 10.8 cents. It's very possible that we have lower to go. TARS is looking a little bit more frisky than most cryptos at this point in time. I mean, being up near the highs of your overall consolidation range where most cryptos are forming lower lows and you're just consolidating kind of in this area at the top of your overall consolidation. It makes me think that you might break out to the upside here. You did reject your overbought, and you're down at the 50, the same area that you found support before, higher lows and all. It might make sense that you continue, but let's just see. If you were to continue, I think you would have done so. Hold on. If you were to continue, I think you would have done so yesterday. So the fact that you didn't continue yesterday, I was actually looking for a little bit of a breakout yesterday. Not like anything crazy, but just a little bit more than what we got. And the fact that we didn't get that and we moved down today has me a little bit concerned that we could go lower. So let's look at the short-term stuff and see if we can identify any kind of trends for the time being. Looking at the 1 hour time frame here. 1 hour time frame, zooming in. Yeah, we've got lower highs, lower lows, the whole shebang. 1 hour you had some volume come in, but it didn't take you anywhere, right? This could have just been somebody who fat fingered it. They put in a buy order here. They thought it was at a good price to buy. They wanted to get in. Maybe they bought on some kind of DEX or on a wallet like Coinbase wallet or Phantom or something like that, right? Finding resistance here could go lower. Absolutely, it could go lower. It wouldn't surprise me if it did. You are shaving this area. I think that you're getting ready to break out of it, but I think with that volume, with everything, you would have if this area was ready to break, you would have broken through it by now, I think. So since you haven't done that, my assumption is that you're going to go lower than this low. Might you go lower than this low? Maybe, but you might find some kind of a double bottom, slightly higher low. Maybe you do go lower. Let's see if we can figure that out. But right now in the RSI, you're at an area that you normally find resistance right at the price here, finding a lower high. I am expecting that you go lower. Okay, 4 hour time frame here. Also looking like you were going to go lower. If you were to go higher, you would have done it by now. So the fact that you haven't, I'm assuming that you're going to go lower. It does kind of look like a head and shoulders pattern, actually. Wow. You know, like your left shoulder here. You got your head and you got your right shoulder here. I don't know. Looks like a head and shoulders pattern to me, man. Probably going to go to the downside. If it was a head and shoulders pattern, what would the breakout move be? Let's just see from a high to a low. A little slanted. Let's just put it right here. We'll be conservative. That breakout move, maybe it's a little bit lower. Let's just move it a little bit. That'd be down to 7 cents. I don't think TARS is going to go to 7 cents. It kind of looks, the volume profile is even appropriate, but it kind of looks like a head and shoulders right here. It could be. I mean, maybe we drop all the way to 7 cents. I don't know. It's very possible. You know, you are in this range. As of now, it kind of looks like you have this triangle, right? Upward sloping and then resistance here. It looks like an ascending triangle and you've broken out of it to the downside, which is not a good look. Maybe it's not an ascending triangle. Maybe you're in a box. Maybe you're in a box. Maybe that box, maybe that lower line isn't even that low. Maybe it's all the way up to here and you just, and maybe the upper line isn't even that high. Maybe it's like here, you dip out of it sometimes to the upside and to the downside. I mean, if it were a box, you'd probably go down to 7 cents to find support if it were a box. Could be. It's possible. I don't know. At this point in time, I don't know how low TARS is going to go. I'm having a hard time because the only target that I've come up with so far is about 7 cents. And that just doesn't make sense to me, just based off this head and shoulders pattern. I think more likely 382, 236, things to look forward to would be anything from this 0.5, the green line there, or the golden ratio itself. That would be something between 8.3 cents and 7.7 cents at the lowest, okay? That could be where we go, back down where this low was. If not there, we'll form an overall higher low and find support at the 0.5. This would be more what I would expect. Something around 10 cents, just below 10 cents, right? Psychological support there at 9.2 to 10 cents. That's what I would expect. But time will tell. Crypto's been finding a lot of significance at their 0.5s recently. Support, resistance, whatever. So could be the thing. Could be the case here that we do the same thing. I'm going to hold out for that. That's my expectation. Being on the 4 hour time frame, I would expect that this happens probably sometime this week within the next 3 to 5 days, right? We're probably going to make this move. I mean, it could be starting today, but I think that we'll find this low within the next 3 to 5 days. And then from there, of course, we will start to move up higher. We absolutely will start to move up higher. When we move up higher, the area that we're looking for, and the lower we go, the better, I guess the better setup will be to make this move, right? The lower we go, the the more promising the gains will be. Overall, by the way, on a weekly time, just look at how bullish this consolidation looks on a weekly time frame. It's a clear bull flag. It's super bullish, very rangy, up and down, very tradable. Super bullish though. High to low. The short-term stuff might be bearish, but the long-term stuff, the intermittent stuff, is definitely bullish. I would anticipate that you see something of a price that's above $1, if not even above $2 by the end of this endeavor. The minimum target's about a 10x from here. Okay, about just under a 10x, but about a 10x from here at $1.14. And then if you don't stop at $1.14, I would think that you would stop at $2, which is a 17.5x. And if you don't stop there, we're doing a 20, 28, 29x, man, going all the way up to $3.30. Something, anything and everything between this range as we normally go through this primary fib extension target as a discussion of a target in itself. I oftentimes say we probably won't go here. We probably won't go here, but we'll go somewhere in the middle, just above the 1414 there at about $2. That's my expectation. I don't think we stop at 114. I think we have a better chance of stopping at 330 than we do at 114, but time will tell. Of course, that'd be nice, a nice 28x from here. And of course, the appetizing aspect of this is not that the minimum target is an 8.7x from the current price, but that the current price is going to drop a little bit more. We're probably going to go just below 10 cents, and that turns it into like an 11.9x, almost a 12x move at a minimum. So TARS definitely setting itself up to be scrumptious, to be appetizing, to be looking like it wants to outperform a lot of cryptos here pretty soon, but I just think that it has lower to go, right? We're going to see new all-time highs by the end of this month, if not sometime in July. That's the expectation. I got nothing else for you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Don't panic. Do not panic sell, right? If we drop, it's okay. And definitely don't FOMO if we buy in, right? If you want to buy, if you want to get into TARS, I think right now being at 11.6 cents, it's a fine price. It's totally, perfectly fine. If you want to wait till we're at 10 cents or lower, I don't think that's a bad idea. If I'm going to add more to TARS, and I think I am, that would actually be a really good price, I think, to get in. I probably will get in there at those prices. I'll let you guys know on X.com. I haven't been trading as much recently, but that's because the markets are kind of unpredictable at the moment. Whenever they are unpredictable, or when they're doing things that are against what I'm believing they'll do, sometimes it's nice to just sit back and let them do their thing. The worst thing you can do when the markets do unexpected things is try to make it right. Just let it play out. Let it play out. And then whenever it is right, then you make your moves. Right? Just because you're trading, you know, I want to end the video on this note, actually. I'll end the video right here, okay? So I had a guy tell me one time, he's like, chef's got to cook, fisherman's got to fish, trader's got to trade. I appreciate you, C-Zar, for telling me not to trade all the time, but trader's got to trade. That's a bad, I hear the logic, and it's admirable, the idea that you just got to be in a position all the time. But fishermen, chefs, artists, people that do their professions, they take time off. They're not doing that all the time. They can't be inspired. They can't be productive if they're just doing that nonstop, right? There's certain things that you can be productive at doing nonstop. Don't get me wrong, like breathing. but most of the time you need a break. You do need a break with various things, even the things you like to do. Sometimes it's nice to just stop. Don't worry about it. Get your head right. Come back recharged and do it with a more clear lens to look at the environment, right? So if you're one of those people who thinks that you need to trade all the time, if you want to be a trader, you have to trade all the time. Don't do that, right? This year I've traded a lot more than I did last year. And even still, I haven't made too many trades. I've probably made like a dozen trades, buying and selling together as one trade, right? This year, maybe a little bit more than a dozen. Last year, I probably made about a dozen trades. You know what I mean? You don't need to make a lot of trades. You can swing trade. You can day trade at times. Don't define yourself as one way or another. And not financial advice, not a financial advisor. If you want to day trade every day. Go for it. You know, do that. That sounds terrible in my opinion. But the best type of trading, in my opinion, is opportunistic trading, where you have money on the side. You've got your list of projects that you're looking at. One of them dumps more than the rest of them. Opportunity. Put your money in, right? One of them's pumping. You missed that opportunity, but you don't chase it. You don't chase it, right? You don't chase something that's flying in the sky. You'll get burned. Anyways, I'm just saying you don't need to be in a trade all the time. There's nothing wrong with waiting, with having some patience, letting the markets get their weirdness out of the way, especially in times like this where open interest, where leveraged positions are just at all-time highs in the crypto space. It might be a good time to just wait and let things play out. Nonetheless, I think we will see a 10-cent price or lower for TARS. and then we'll recover, and then we'll move up. I got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves, all right? Bye-bye.